Very few faces in the world have power of a sparkling peach luck. I'm going to tell you what is a sparkling peach luck basis on Rashmika Mandanna's face. As you could see on the screen, we are going to do a face analysis of her, decipher some of the strong traits that she possesses and what qualities it indicates about her. Welcome to this face reading channel. This is Nitesh Gurnani, and we are going to analyze Rashmika's face, who is very much the national crush of India, as they say, after a wonderful movie called Pushpa that she did. And let's look at some of her facial features and see what qualities it indicates. If you possess these features on your face, it can very much tell about the gifts that you possess. Also, it's important that with each gifts or with each element on your face, there are of course certain set of challenges that can come. So we are going to look at that as well. Let's deep dive into the video, and kudos and thank you to Rashmika. Whenever she watches the video, that because of her, we are going to learn face reading through her pictures. And the picture courtesy is, of course, the Instagram account of Rashmika, where I have extracted the pictures from. Okay, so when you see a particular face, you have to look at the prominent feature, the striking feature on one's face. That is the most important necessity. And if you have been following this channel for long period, you would of course know that. And when you see her face and when you see her eyes, the light from the eyes, which I talk about a lot in a lot of videos, which in Chinese face reading terminology is called as shen, the light of the eyes. Also, you see the shen of the skin as well, but here we are going to focus on the light of the eye. And when you look at the light of her eye, you have to see the radiance of it. So your lights are connected to the fire emotion. So the function of eye first is visibility, the second is how much joy it is radiating from the heart. So the emotion part is something that is connected to the heart system. So when you look at her eyes and observe or feel the shen, this shen radiates joy. It radiates the inner feeling of being true to oneself, and that is something which not a lot of celebrities have, where they kind of uh, maybe hide emotions, but in her case, she's quite emotionally expressive. The depth of emotions that she feels is quite intense. And there is this concept of sparkling peach luck in Chinese face reading, where it is said that if you're emanating the childlike joy, if you're emanating the childlike emotions on your face, and those emotions are true, and those emotions have a lot of clarity, if your heart is so open and receptive, then is when the light of then is when your light of the eye radiates this glow. And she has that fire presence on her face, which of course you have to see this particular area and feel the light of the eyes. It's so much fiery that it is said that fire can be like a raging fire, where it can turn off or blow off anything, or it could be like a fire that can be tamed as well, where let's say if a person is rebuked in childhood, and they are told that don't express yourself much, then that fire can be tamed as well. But the emotion of fire is joy. It's the exuberance, it's the telling of emotions more from the eyes than from the words part of it. But here she also has a wonderful wide lips coupled with a very wide mouth coupled with a very full lips. Again, that adds on to the speaking aspect, a communication part. But here I want you to observe her shen and feel the purity that these shen indicates. Whenever the light of the eye is like that, it reflects a lot of truth in a particular person. It reflects a lot of person who feels a lot of emotions and doesn't pretty much hide them, or uh, doesn't refrain from expressing the emotions. It's like a very true expression of your inner joy, right? So if you observe her, this shen, so shen is one of the areas that indicates the aspect of momentary change of emotions, and the most uh, and the more you are in that emotional state, the more your shen will be in that state. It's a little difficult part to learn in face reading, but with faces, if you see faces with periods of time, you'll be able to make out. Right. So sparkling peach luck is a peach luck which where it is indicated that fire energy is at its brightest, where it's the most truest form of peach luck, which is the sparkling peach luck. There are other four peach luck, which can indicate that maybe you have felt suffering in the past, and that kind of get reflected and kind of change the way you have the outlook on life. But when I see her, her shen indicates a lot of hope, a lot of optimism towards life, a lot of joy, a lot of sparkle and hope that she has for life in general, right? Uh, Now, as face reading is done in combinations, you have to also see what her mouth or lips indicate. So she has a very wide mouth, if you could see on the screen as well. The mouth is quite wide and the lips are also quite full, coupled with a very bigger eyes or a large set open eyes. And eyes stands for the aspect of receptivity, how much your heart is open, how much you are willing to give in and receive, right? Coupled with that, if you see the lips and the wide mouth part, you could very much gauge that with respect to the communication part, with respect to comfort level with the audience, that can be quite trustworthy, that can be quite open. Wide mouth can communicate generosity. It can indicate that you have a comfort level with a broader set of audience. And with full lips, especially when upper lips are full, it can add to the aspect of strong feminine energy. People who want to talk, people who want to talk about their inner world as well, right? That is something which adds on to the aspect of sensuality also that a person can feel. So her face indicates a lot of river features, a lot of yin energy, which indicates that emotionally she is like a powerhouse on the level of emotions. But there are other aspects on the face which adds on to the amazing feature that a face can possess. So if you look at her jaws, right, these are quite wide jaws, right? These are not narrow jaws. And jaws on the face, if you see this, these are wide jaws, and wide jaws means the root of the face is very strong. So if you imagine face as a tree, then your jaws become the root of the tree. So when a person has a wider jaw or a very defined jawline, it can indicate their strength in their belief sets, in their principles, in what they want to abide by, in maybe how difficult it would be for people like them to get swayed on emotions easily. So this is a beautiful dichotomy where there is a lot of feelings oriented aspect on her face, but because of the wider jaws, there is that stronger physical self that is pretty determined in what she wants to do, what she wants to stand by in life. That is something which is quite an extraordinary feature on her face. Coupled with that, a very strong feature, which is, of course, the thickish eyebrows, the strong thickish eyebrows having the optimistic hope. That is something which is shining out brilliantly. Eyebrows are considered as the leaves of the tree, and when the leaves of the tree are thick, it adds on to the physical stamina, the endurance, the drive, the temper that a person can carry. And you'll see in a lot of celebrities, a lot of leaders, that they have quite extraordinary 3 to 4 features which kind of pushes their inner drive to do so well in their life. Apart from that, one thing that I do observe on quite a lot of her pictures is this particular line that you see radiating from the inner corner. It's like a crescent moon, a semicircle of the moon. If you see this line is quite visible, right? On the left half of the face, I'm saying, if you divide the face vertically and you see the left half of her face and right part of her face as well, this particular line that is radiating, these particular line, even on, I think, even on picture where she's not laughing much, this particular line is visible quite prominently, right? This particular line is visible, right? So what this line indicates, because these lines are something that comes out from the inner canthus, inner corner of the eyes. It can indicate the aspect of lost love lines, which could mean that maybe she has lost some part of herself in the past which she loved to be. Maybe it could be a certain set of a hobby that she did, or a person that she loved, not only on the romantic nature, but maybe losing of a close person. It could be somebody elder to her, but to whom she held very dear to, right? So when there is also padding in this particular area which she doesn't have, these are called as the aspect of unshed tears, wherein the tears are kind of held themselves below the under eye area. But she doesn't have those bags, but the lost love lines can definitely communicate doing more of what she loved doing, and being more expressive, which she of course has a lot of gift into. Of course, because she is an actor, she gets the opportunity to be emotional, to be expressive, to be glamorous, which kind of is elaborated from a lot of facial parameters and face features that she possesses. So yeah, these are pretty much the top features that I wanted to share with you in this particular video. Do let me know, how did you find this video? I enjoyed making a video on her. I always enjoy making videos on celebrities, but she has given me that joy. So whenever you're reading for somebody, there is a lot of things that a reader can learn, and from her, I learned the power of how you need to be expressive and joyous in life, and how you need to live life, how you need to have the fire exuberance, and how you need to take delight in small little things, and how each of them can add up to the aspect of happiness that a person can feel. So yeah, thank you to her back again, and thank you to you for watching this particular video up till now if you're watching it. And give it a thumbs up if you feel this video was helpful, and share it with your friends who is a fan of her. And take care of yourself. Bye for now. This is Day signing off.